Louisiana Beer Reviews, Paulaner, München, Munich in English. Hefe-Weizen, Munich wheat beer. Wheat beer. Hefe-Weizen is yeasty wheat beer. It's unfiltered, so it has the yeast in it. Brewed in Germany. This company has been brewing since 1634. It was founded by the Pauline monks. There's the monks of St. Paul. In 1634 was during the time of the Holy Roman Empire, and that was actually during the 100 Years' War. The 30 Years' War, sorry, wrong country. 30 Years' War, 1618 to 1648. So they sent this to me. Thank you, Paulaner, for sending this. They sent me an email saying, if we send you this beer, would you like to do video reviews for it? Well, of course, yes. There's a 4-pack, pretty 4-pack here. And it's got a nice town scene with the church in the background and the people drinking, the man and the woman drinking the beer and a waitress serving it. So later on during the revolution that started in France, the Pauline monastery was seized by the government, and now it's a privately owned entity. Okay, so it's best by September 21st, 2021. So it was canned on September 21st, 2020, about 6 months ago. Now, I could pour it in this Paulaner glass that they sent me one time for the 500th anniversary of the German purity law, but you wouldn't be able to see the beer, so I'm going to put it in a wheat glass. Now, these things always produce a really lively head of foam. Some people fear the foam. I don't know why. It dissipates. You can see it's reverse cascade here. It's pretty to look at. And you see the very charged bubbles, the cloudy gold. Now, with the sun shining through it, it's very cloudy. I can see different characters that you can't see with the sun shining at it. Of course, you're not able to come sit behind the camera here or in front of the camera. It's very spongy, off-white head. So it won't be too long from now and they'll be able to do their 400th anniversary. So they went from the Holy Roman Empire with over 300 states at one point. German states, some as small as like an American county, but with an emperor. And then they transitioned into the confusion of the revolution when they were invaded by France in the late 1700s, early 1800s, then reconstituted in Munich, Bavaria, as the Kingdom of Bavaria in the German Confederation, a union of German states, consolidated to much less than hundreds. Then during the time of the German Second Empire, called the German Empire, the first one was the Habsburgs, but the Hohenzollern Empire, headed up by Prussia, and then that collapsed, and then the German Republic established in 1918. So, anyway, no more kings or princes or emperors in Germany. All right. Yes, it's very yeasty. There's a slight banana note, a slight coriander note. It has no banana or coriander. It's brewed according to the German purity law, the Reinheitsgebot. Water, wheat, malt, light and dark wheat malt, Pilsner, barley malt, and I do believe Hercules hops and yeast. So you get those aromas from the yeast, not from actual additives. Now, if you go to Belgium, which is not under the German purity law, they have their own government, they will allow sugar to be added and flavorings of different sorts. Sugar, like I say, sugars, flavorings, spices, and all of that. So different countries, different ways of doing it. Let's go with the taste. Smells great. Looks fabulous. See, I told you, don't fear the foam. Look, set up great. Wonderful. The body is fluffy and high. The mouthfeel is fluffy, like a cotton ball. The body is high, medium, nearly heavy. If you're looking to diet, this would not really be something to mess around with. Nice lacing, glass lacing all around. But it's a fluffy, soft body, or mouthfeel in the relatively heavy body. It's sort of like bread, you know, you get a good rich bread, it'll be fluffy and soft like that. Sweetness, a mostly dry finish. I mean, there's some white bread crust. It just, you've got to think of a bread that's very leavened, you know what I mean? Like it's just super fluffy and fresh, even though this isn't that fresh, being from September of last year, but in the can it held together. Personally, I don't really care for wheat beers too much. It's not my thing. Other people, they just love them. It's their favorite style. People prefer different styles, of course. Last night I had a Paulaner Salvatore Doppelbock, which is more for me. That's heavy though. See that how that could turn some people off. Actually, that Paulaner Salvatore was sent to me by Paulaner. Thank you again. I do wish that they would expand their portfolio options in the United States, meaning that we get a nice little selection here. But with the Pilsner style, and like I say, this wheat, and a Radler, which you don't see too much of, grapefruit Radler. The Märzen, the Festbier, and the Salvatore, the Doppelbock. But I would like to see them bring in more of those ones that are sold in Germany but not available here. Like, go ahead, sell it. People might buy it. If they don't, no big loss. Just don't bring it back. But I think it's worth giving it a shot. But anyway, I don't run the company. Not singling out Paulaner because there's a lot of companies that do not sell the stuff over here. I guess maybe market research indicates it wouldn't sell. I don't understand them. Lowenbräu from Germany also. Can't get it at all in the United States anymore, but they have a Triumphanator, 7% Doppelbock. I mean, golly, I'd buy it, but then, of course, I'm only one person. Back to this. It's fantastic. For a wheat beer, you say, well, I've had Blue Moon, I've had Shock Top, I've had New Belgium's wit beer. Those are very nice. I agree with that. They do a good job. Those are Belgian style, though. So they'll have the spices and the orange peel and everything. There are American Hefe-Weizens also, but it's hard to beat this one. I don't know of any that really would beat this. They could maybe rival it, but don't say beat it. This is the #1 wheat beer in Germany for a number of reasons, and I don't think it's just marketing. I think it's that people love it. And for someone like me who is admittedly not a wheat beer fan, I still like it. And the style, it's dynamite. I mean, it's dynamite. Like I say, if I was going to drink a Paulaner beer every day, it'd probably be the Pilsner style, Pils, or maybe the Fest beer, you see. But they sent this to me, so it's really great. Look. I did the swish import. Now look at that descending cloud. It's like a gray cloud. That's thick. It's a meal in a glass is what it is. It's like liquid bread, literally. Almost literally liquid bread. I mean, if it's not an A beer, they don't make A beers. It is, A beers don't exist if this is not an A beer, but it's certainly an A. I would go with 96 out of 100, 9.6 out of 10. Make no reservations in that. Can you get this in bottle? Yes. Can you get it in can? Obviously. Can you get it on draft? Probably in Germany and probably not in America, but I could be wrong. So, Laissez les bon temps relais. A fabulous product from the state of Bavaria in the city of Munich in the German Republic. Like I say, established 1918. And I'm going to end this review on this sunny, warm day by saying, y'all go to Munich and tour the Paulaner Brewery.